Okay, we'll address this next one. This is a classic front here. Okay, we've got the comma shape, low pressure. We've got an occluded on one side, the warm front on the other, and the cold front. So we have, I'm just going to put this classic low pressure system accompanied. Yes, and if you misspell, that's okay. I'm not looking for spelling on this. Accompanied by long cold front, this is a relatively compacted warm, and you don't need to be this detailed. You can just tell me, well, there's a warm front on this side, you know, and small occlusion. Okay, there's our fronts. So we've got these we're going to talk about. We want to know about the expected locations of these fronts in 12 hours. I'm going to go back to this chart. I'm going to look, instead of at the latest surface, I can take my cursor and go to 12-hour forecast. So in 12 hours, what's the location of this front? Well, that front, basically that cold front has moved off the seaboard. That stationary has kind of clipped down, and it's hard to tell whether this is really a change where the warm front has run one out. We're going to go ahead and address this though. This stationary gives way to the warm front, and our cold front is now off the eastern seaboard, and really we're going to change this to cold front and associated, excuse me, this is what happens when you try to record the video, type, and talk at all at the same time. Low pressure and associated fronts are now off the eastern seaboard. Okay, again, you can see that I'm not looking for incredible accuracy in your description. I can tell that you've done this or not from these descriptions. The benefit to you is to be able to practice with the weather charts and see what kind of weather is associated with it. I mean, we can see the classic right around the low, up ahead of the warm front, around that occlusion, you've got all this area, these rain and snow bands, and then behind it, well behind the front even, this is a pretty large cold front, we can see some things as well. Let's look at where the expected location of these fronts in 24 hours. So now we go over to this 24-hour forecast, and boom. Low pressure, in this case, the warm front, in this case, has not over Montana, has little movement. Our eastern seaboard front, continued movement off the coast with the occlusion in the purple there wrapping around Maine. That's it. I can tell. Okay,